So in my January chat, I had asked if there was any topics you wanted me to talk about throughout this year, and a lot of you chimed in. I can't talk today. Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to another chat video. So this is February's chat. I did one for January and I said my goal this year is to try to do a chat every month. So we're now into February and I am now 2 for 2. In my January chat video, I had posed the question asking if there were any topics that you wanted me to talk about throughout this next year. And a lot of you chimed in and had some suggestions. So I'm going to share with you kind of like what the top suggestions were. I'm obviously not going to be talking about all of these in today's video, so I'm going to have to kind of break it down into different videos. So one of the top things that was asked was about my exercise routine, how I do my lifting and things like that. So I will be talking about that. Another one was my menopause journey, if I could share that. I want to say I shared that before, but it would be a long, like probably a couple years ago, and I'd literally have to go through all my chat videos to find it. So I plan on doing another one. So I'm thinking the menopause journey one, that needs to be kind of its own video. So I will plan on doing that. Some of you had asked about protein. So I've talked about how I'm focusing on my protein and paying attention to my macros. So some of you wanted to know more about that. So I will share a video on that. And then this one, a meal prep for those who work nights. So obviously, if you want a meal prep for that, then that won't be talked about in this video. But I got thinking, and that may be a little bit of a challenge for me because I've never had a night job. I've never once in my lifetime worked at night. I honestly don't think I could. I think my circadian rhythm would be all messed up. But that's a challenge. So I really have to think about that. I mean, I don't know. I want to say that if I worked nights, I would just have my big meal be in the morning when I get home from work. But I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about that. So what I would like to ask is if any of you work nights, put down in the comments what you usually do. Like do you have your large meal, I guess I could say, or like what you would typically call your dinner? Do you have that in the morning? So anybody that works nights, put those comments down for others to see, and it'll kind of give me some ideas for when I do put a meal prep together for that, because I definitely have to give some thought to this one. Now, something else that's not on this list, and I don't even know if this comment was made on my chat video. I think it was actually made in a couple videos. So I want to start by saying that I do not normally share the negative comments that I get. It is what it is, and I know there's trolls out there and there's just very mean people, and I kind of try not to let it bother me. I'm not going to say it doesn't bother me, because of course, when somebody's saying something rude, it does bother you. But this comment I wanted to share because I want to make something perfectly clear, and I want to be 100% transparent. In a couple of my videos, I was accused of being a quote corporate shill. So I have to be honest, I had to Google and find out what shill means, because I was like, what the heck is a corporate shill? I had never heard that in my life. So a shill, also called a plant or a stooge, is a person who publicly helps or gives credibility to a person or organization without disclosing that they have a close relationship with said person or organization. So this person made a comment that I was a corporate shill for Weight Watchers. So they said Weight Watchers sucks, it's horrible. I can't remember exactly what it said, but I'll put it up on the screen. You'll see what it said. So this person said that I'm a corporate shill because apparently they think that I am tied in with Weight Watchers, that I in some way work for Weight Watchers, represent Weight Watchers, and have a close relationship with Weight Watchers, and I guess make money from them. So I do want to be very clear that this YouTube channel is my hobby. I've mentioned that before. So obviously this person doesn't know who I am, or they wouldn't have made that comment, I don't think. But I do want to let the rest of you know. So YouTube is a hobby for me. I have a career that I will be at. I've been at for 20 years, and I'm going to retire from there. So I have no intent of YouTube being my full-time job. Now, as far as Weight Watchers, I just started my channel in 2019 because I, at the time, was doing Weight Watchers, and I just started sharing my journey with people. I started sharing my meal preps and, you know, things that I was buying, things like that. So I named it Planning Us Healthy because I didn't want WW in the title, because in case someday I don't do Weight Watchers, and a lot of you know, there's been times where I have gone through cycles where I'm not following Weight Watchers. But as far as me being tied with them, I have no affiliation with Weight Watchers whatsoever. They have no clue probably that I even exist, that I even share their point system or anything. The money that I make from Weight Watchers is a goose egg. I have never made 1 penny from Weight Watchers. The only thing I do get is anytime somebody uses my code to sign up for Weight Watchers, I get a free month. They get a free month and I get a free month. So that is the only thing. If any of you out there are on Weight Watchers and you have, say you have a friend who wants to join, you can give them your referral code. They will get a free month and you will get a free month. So it is not specific to anybody on YouTube. That's available for everybody. So that is the only thing that I get. So I want to make that very clear and be very transparent that I do not have any association with Weight Watchers, except that I am a lifetime member. I became a lifetime member years ago, and I use, I use their point system. I use their app. And to be completely honest, at this point in my life, even though I still am tracking with Weight Watcher points, I would say that I probably lean more towards macros at this point. I kind of do both. I use Weight Watchers more as a guide because I love the 0 point foods, that it gives you an idea of the 0 point foods that you're having. And I like to kind of compare different things. Let's say there's 2 different snacks. I like to look at that and see, well, which one is less points for the snack. But for the most part, I'm at a point where I probably really pay more attention to macros than I do Weight Watchers. I would say I lean more towards macros, just because I'm watching my protein, I'm watching my fats, I'm watching my carbs, more my protein, just because I'm getting older. So I just want to be very transparent, make it very clear that I do not work for Weight Watchers. I'm not associated with them. I just share their stuff on my videos. Okay, so the next thing, as far as my exercise routine, and will I be sharing videos on my exercising, I'm not planning on sharing videos on the exercising that I'm doing. And the biggest reason for that is I don't want to get my video with a strike for a copyright, because I follow Lift with C and she's on YouTube. So I wouldn't want to show myself doing the exercising to her video. I can refer you to her YouTube channel, and you can see the videos, you can kind of see the exercising that I'm doing, but for me to actually show, video myself doing her videos, I just don't feel like that would be appropriate. And even if YouTube didn't give me a copyright strike for doing that, I don't feel like that would be fair to her, because these are her her exercises. And not only that, but I am not certified as a personal trainer. So, my form, things like that, I definitely would not want anybody to be watching my form and you try and copy it and somebody to get hurt. So I would definitely prefer that you go watch her videos and you'll get an idea of what I'm doing. I know some of you have commented that since I talked about her, you went and checked her out. The reason that I like her is because you can pick, she will put like a video up and you can do it throughout the week. And you can pick whether you want to do like 5 days of 20-minute, 5 days of 20-minute full body workout, or she has like 3 days of 30 minutes and then 3 days of 40 minutes. So I usually do the 30-minute one, although if I'm in a hurry, I will do one of the 20-minute ones. And let me tell you, I had done a 20-minute one last week, and one of the exercise was putting the weights, like letting one end rest on your shoulder and holding the other one and squatting pretty much to the floor and back up. And you had to do 15 reps 2 times. And let me tell you, I barely could walk the next day. I've done squats before, but these were different squats. So that was interesting. I think it was like 3 days. My recovery for that was like 3 days long. But I'm just learning a lot about strength training, and I'm really trying to learn about the proper nutrition afterwards. So when you're doing the exercise, you are ripping the muscles, you're tearing your muscle fibers, you're basically tearing your muscle down. And then during the recovery over the next few days, that's when you are building that muscle, or, you know, getting the lean muscle. So I've just learned so much about strength training and how it is so important, especially as we age as women. It's good for our, not just our you know, keeping our muscles, but it's good for our bones. I actually would highly recommend this book. This is called Forever Strong by Dr. Gabrielle Lyon. Now there are some things that I'm like, that I don't know about that, but this just really, really gave me a lot of perspective on women and aging. And I would highly recommend this. Even if you don't follow everything in it, it just kind of gives you a little bit of understanding about protein and the importance of it. But it's called Forever Strong. I'll link it down below. I ordered it from Amazon. It's a pretty thick book, but it was very interesting, very eye-opening for me. Just all about protein and burning fat and just getting healthy as we age as women. Now, as far as the macros, I kind of want to do like a deep dive into those in separate videos, but I will talk a little bit about my protein and what I've determined my protein needs to be based on what I've worked out with my doctor. So I am shooting for 130 grams of protein a day. So the way that we did that is we looked at what my ideal body weight is, and we picked a number in there. So we chose a lean body weight of 130. Not meaning that I'm gonna get down to that, but that's just what we chose to use as a guide for protein. So we took that 130 and basically we just multiplied it by 1. So 1 gram per pound of body weight at the body weight at my norm body weight, not what I'm at right now. So that's how we got that. So that's just something I worked with my doctor. I would highly recommend that you work with your own doctor or dietitian, or there are calculators out there where you can figure out your protein. But they're just calculators, and like they don't take into a lot of different things about you. In Dr. Lyon's book, she does talk about how you can figure it out. But basically 130, it's pretty much a range for me, like anywhere between 100 and 130 is what I like to shoot for. So basically with protein, there are 4 calories for each gram of protein. So your protein and your carbs each have 4 calories per gram. And then fats have 9 calories per gram. And then we can also get into alcohol. If you drink alcohol, there's, I think, 7 calories per gram. But that's a whole nother topic and not one that I'm prepared to talk about. I honestly haven't even had a drink in like 2 years. It just got to the point where it just wasn't worth it on my gut. With my gut health, my ulcerative colitis, I just got to the point where I would have 1 drink and it just made me feel just awful. And then with the menopause, I would even try wine. I'd be like, well, let me at least try and have a glass of wine at night. No, the hot flashes, my face would turn beet red, and I'm like, this just isn't even worth it. My days of alcohol, my days of partying back in the day, they're just gone. So I think it's probably been, I don't know, over 2 years since I've had a drink. So, but that's actually a good thing for me because it helps me with empty calories and just my overall health for me personally. So keeping it kind of short this month, I don't know how long I've been talking, maybe not short, I don't know. So y'all know that I love hearing how you're doing in the comments, so let me know how your January went. My January went well. I did end up getting on the scale at the end of the month and I was down 5 pounds for the month, which is huge for me. It is absolutely huge for me. Just because it's just been kind of a roller coaster for me, and I'm not even going to say I've been on the struggle bus, because I've honestly been doing very well at maintaining and just learning a lot of things. I've talked about that, learning a lot of things about my body. I'm very, very happy where I am right now. I'm mentally happy. No matter what, I am mentally happy where I am right now. So just really excited. But I was excited to see the scale go down some and know that it wasn't all just water and muscle or anything like that. But let me know in the comments how you're all doing. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.